It's low.
It's low. Can you see in the analytics how many people are watching and stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. So we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this quick live stream about what our white label program is. So we'll just wait for a little bit more for a couple people to join right now. I got Jamal and Jessica over here as well. If you guys want to say hi. Hello
from behind the scenes.
Hello from behind the scenes. I'll put my over here as well. Cool. How many people are on right now? We have one? All right, cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Stefan, Katanic. For those of you who don't know me, I had the opportunity to speak to many of you who applied for this program. And yeah, I love the energy that you guys all bring. Everyone has really good goals of what they want to create when it comes to like a white label agency. And this webinar, really, it's going to be an opportunity for me to explain to you step by step what our internal process looks like, what the opportunity is, what's in it for you, and really like what can we do for you and for you to create your own sort of agency. So let's get started. This is going to be recorded, so after the fact, you guys will have access to this to share with your friends and whatnot. So essentially, I'm going to walk you through everything right now. Questions? Is there a chat going on? Do we have a chat, like a live chat?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So if you guys have any questions, comments, just feel free to post in the chat, and then one of these two lovely people are gonna ask the question on your behalf. So I can't see any questions here, so I have to I gotta do like this. So give you guys a quick about us about Veza Digital. We started in 2015, and really when I started Veza Digital, I didn't really think about an agency or any kind of like big teams and whatnot. Really, my goal was like, look, I wanted to leave my 9-to-5 that I was working as a marketing specialist at a small company, and I wanted that time freedom. So I wanted the time freedom to like get the hell out of the office because I didn't like that environment. Number two, I wanted to travel and not be restricted to like vacation time, 2 weeks here, don't get paid, blah blah blah, all that corporate nonsense. And number three, I wanted control over my income. I wanted to be anti-fragile. I didn't want to rely on one person paying me a salary. I wanted to create multiple salaries all across the board. And I believe at that time, in 2015, that freelancing was my way out, and that was my opportunity. So fast forward to where we are today, 5 years later. Veza Digital operates in Belgrade, Serbia. We recently opened up this lovely office you see over here with Nicola Tesla. In June of last year. A lot of our clients are based in North America, parts of the UK, and also parts of Central Europe and Switzerland. They're startups mostly that we help out, and these are people who really need that backbone marketing support and the expert know-how. That's why they use Veza Digital. We decided to launch this program because we want to basically help out people like you who want to take advantage of an opportunity like this and focus on what you're good at and build those skills up. Going forward, that's a little bit about us. Companies we've worked with, I don't think I should cover this because like you can see it on our website. We're Shopify partners, we use Webflow design, we're HubSpot solution providers. There's a lot of things that we do. So you guys will all get a copy of the next presentation after. But end of the day, you guys set the results and we bring it to fruition. That is our ultimate goal for you guys. So today at Veza Digital, we have people here working in Belgrade, Serbia. We have people working in Toronto, Canada, as well. So our team is pretty much split up. We operate on 2 time zones. We're always around to basically help our business flourish and grow. My time today, really what it looks like, I have like a thing right here you can see. I want to show you all this stuff. So back in 2015, my time was like 50% working on client projects, 30% selling, and then 20% thinking how I can grow this and work less on working on client projects because I felt that there was so much more potential just meeting people and building those kind of relationships. Today, what running an agency looks like is my time's a little bit everywhere and it's sporadic. 10% of the time I'm actually selling, so I don't do as much selling as I used to do. Right now, I kind of just nurture all the relationships that I do have with our clients and within our network. I work on client projects because I still like marketing. I still have that passion, that drive to just go and help other entrepreneurs and business owners really take their business to the next level. And the biggest benefit of that right now is I have such an amazing team behind me that helps me out with every step of the way when it comes to digital marketing, design, and all that stuff. And what else? I do finance. I deal with problems on a day-to-day basis, usually around HR and hiring people, but really, when you guys do start your own agency, in the beginning, at least with our support, your time is going to be 50% on selling. So going out there and building relationships with different entrepreneurs, people who have a network and so on and so forth. 25% of your time is going to be basically managing your business. So any operations you have, maybe you want to hire a new business development rep to go and sell with you. I don't know. You're going to have someone that you want to do something with. And the last 25% to make it a full circle is you're going to be working with the guys at Veza Digital. So our lovely account executive here, Jamal. Jamal, say hello.
Hello.
Hello. So he's going to be working with you guys on your client projects. So we're going to be working as one unit, as one team. Yeah, we'll be operating under your brand, and we'll support you every step of the way. So what we'll do is really we'll get into the opportunity and what it is. So because we're putting you guys all with the back-end solution, you guys are focusing on a few things. So the first thing you're focusing on is you're giving the client a great service. Because you don't have to worry in the delivery, the work, you're always going to be receptive to what the client's wants and needs are, and you're always going to be providing value. And you provide value by solving a business problem and one business problem at a time that they're having. And that's how you really nurture that relationship. Your whole focus is to build value throughout the thing. So that's one. Number two is you're going to earn a monthly recurring revenue. So for every contract that you sell, typically what happens is, you have like a setup fee. And then from there on a monthly level, what happens is you're going to be essentially charging whatever that mark is, and you have that residual coming in because you're managing that relationship. So that's another very important factor. And as you grow, you're going to realize that, look, I have a sales model, it's successful, I proved it, let me bring other people onto my sales model and kind of help replicate that. So that's really what your vision is doing this. And at the end of the day, what happens is you have that time freedom. Because you're not focused on client delivery, you have those options and locations where you want to work, where you want to live, even what kind of clients you want to work with. If you want to work with clients down in Brazil, go for it. People in the UK, Greece, Serbia, go for it. Like you're literally remote. You have an opportunity to build something, a digital-based business where all you need is your cell phone and your laptop, and that's all you need to basically find that financial freedom. But it's all about just starting. So why white label? Let's see what I have here. Full service, highly skilled digital team at your fingertips. That's exactly who we are. We're that team, that back end support team that we have. Other questions coming in? I feel like there's like
not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I know a question that I had coming in through email is like literally who is on our team? Who's on our team? Like I had a question come in. He was like, you know what? I have this client right here in the United States. They're based in this city. This is their business, they're a financial advisor, they have a brokerage, and they're looking to become the leaders in that small town. How do we do this? Okay, great. So our first step, what we do with Veza Digital essentially is like, hey, you know what? You have an idea, you have a client, you come consult us. We're going to send you a Google form, and essentially what this Google form does is it asks you everything about your customer. Who is he? What's their business? What's their website? Who is their ideal client? And really it helps us build a profile of what their business is at, the current level they're at, and then where they want to go. So if they want to grow their business by 30% next year, we actually create an idea and a strategy for them to reach that. So essentially, strategy comes first of how they're going to reach that end goal, and then the different tactics like content, web design, PPC, landing pages, all that comes after we realize what the strategy is. Because those tactics are really just the medium of how we're going to get there, not necessarily what you're selling to the person. When you go and approach a client, you don't want to say, hey, we're going to do some PPC ads for you. Your clients are like, what the fuck are PPC ads? Like, what does that mean? Essentially, what you want to do is you do not want to sell tactics. You want to sell strategy as someone who is there to solve problems, because their problem is they don't know how they're going to grow by 30%. So that's really what you got to do is you want to sell that strategy, and your relationship is based on a value given position. A lot of you guys probably know about Gary Vee. Gary Vee, he has that famous book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook. Value, 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 hook. Value, 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 hook. All of your dialogues with your clients should be based on that. And that's really the point you want to get to. Now, if you want to know the tactics we do, I'll tell you right now, I have a nice little list of it here. Digital marketing specialist, pretty standard stuff. Someone who manages all the marketing campaigns out there. Someone who thinks of the different strategies. Someone who has that technical know-how and that growth mindset. And these people, they'll be the ones who craft these like unique messages. They'll be the wizards working with PPC people, how to get the most reach and bang for your buck. Number two is SEO specialist. A lot of people actually know what SEO is over PPC because they realize like, shit, I want to rank first on Google. Why do they think that? Because they use Google, So SEO is huge, but it's more of a long-term play. A lot of clients of ours actually like that fact that we do SEO and they understand the benefits of it. So that's another big thing that we provide. Content marketing in the last year and a half has been explosive. People want to communicate online. They realize the power of content, and they realize that content does the selling for them at scale. Going back to what I mentioned earlier with the jab, right hook, that's exactly what it is. Social media managers, people who manage social media and just get that amplification of the brand on those channels where their ideal clients are. Because the reality is that as marketers, for me, for example, I don't know about you guys, Jamal and Jessica, but whenever I want to go see a brand or a company I want to work with, I always go on their social media because there is a story happening there and you want to know what that story is. Either it's reviews, either it's they're posting really good content that addresses a problem that I'm having. So social media is really beneficial for a lot of clients that want to consider digitizing their business and going forward. Graphic designers, marketing automation specialists, you name it, we got it. We're a full stack marketing company. So let's see, professional service. I really don't want to talk about this. How does it work? So you may be wondering how we're going to help you and your clients. That process I talked about earlier, Google form. In that Google form, our account executive, Jamal Haymore, right here, is going to reach out to you and say, hey, let's hop on a call, let's discuss what's going to happen. You tell your whole client profile to Jamal. From there, we go and help you craft a strategy and solution that you can go and sell. The most amount of support we'll give you guys, because we're limited on bandwidth as well, is we're going to help you every step of the way up until you guys have to go and close. So you guys need help crafting your proposal, we got you. You guys need help researching what their target market is and the ideal way to approach this client, we got you. How to craft your offer, we got you. But the actual selling and the know-how and talking, that's all on you guys. So we'll provide everything up to that point. So essentially we're doing 80% of the work and you guys are doing 20% of the work. That's what you guys are going to pay the big bucks for it. So it's going to be one of those kind of relationships. Once we do onboard that client and we're doing really good work for it, we communicate through Slack. I'm sure you guys all know what Slack is. Slack, Trello is used for project management. So if you ever need anything towards like, hey, what's happening with this client website or this PPC campaign that we're doing, where are we at with that? So instead of bothering Jamal saying, hey, what the hell's going on with this, blah, 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 flooding the chat with just text and people are getting lost, you have insights exactly on what percentage of that project is complete by seeing exactly who worked on it, when the due date is, what else is left to do on it. So it's a really cool software. It's called Trello. I highly suggest you guys check it out. And that's really going to help you keep your client updated. And then going forward, we do good work for your client. It's going to be our job to basically continue doing that good work. And your job is going to be that relationship and keeping that relationship going, because that is what you guys are in this for. We're just providing you a platform to enable you to give you that confidence to go reach out to these people. Other questions coming in? No one's talking. I know it's quiet now. All right, cool. Margins. I kept getting a lot of questions on like margins, like how much money can I actually make with this. So let me first tell you that our expenses, so you guys can understand what it takes to run an agency. We have about seven full-time people that work at Veza Digital. Just for emails alone, it's $7 a month, just for emails alone. Our CRM and marketing automation, that's $200 a month. Our website hosting is $80 a month. Our tools that we use, like HubSpot Designer, our ads platforms that we use, a couple $100 there. So our base cost just to run a digital business is just north of $1,000 US. That's not including salaries, that's not including contractors, that's not including processing fees and any of that stuff. So those are our set expenses that we have on our end. Our OPEX, operating expenses, you guys will learn this, maybe you guys know about what this is. But what we're doing for this white label program is because our services are premium services, and our sales cycles are a little bit long because we go for a certain type of client who has a certain amount of people working in a company with a certain amount of revenue, our sales process are a little bit long. So what we're offering to you guys is essentially our premium services discounted to a point because we don't have to deal with the sales process. We're investing resources in marketing and sales. So your margins will literally be like, hey, that's their base cost. I can either add 30 to 40% on top of this, or I can just sell this as is and add like a little dollar figure markup on that and for that managing that relationship. So it's totally up to you guys what you guys want to do, but on average you'll see margins around 35%, 35 to 40%. And that's the range we have right now. But as we do different projects and you guys bring people on board, we'll help you craft a proposal. We'll show you how much we discounted it by and what we would sell it for. by all means, you guys can go in and sell for exactly what we sell for at Veza Digital, or you can mark it up a little bit, discount a little bit. It's all up to you. But one thing I know for sure is after your first sale, 2 sales, maybe your 3rd sale, you'll have so much confidence and comfort in what we do and what our offer is that you might just sell it at exactly what we do. You know what I mean? So if we sell something for $15,000 in setup fee, shit, you might go and sell for $16,000 because you're so confident in that and you're providing extra value as a consultant that you are. More information to come on that. We're gonna provide after like a deck, pricing. The thing is, well, pricing still it fluctuates. We have our base costs, like for any of these tactics that we do, like SEO, web design, all that. But again, like if your client needs a certain strategy that encompasses CRM, marketing automation, PPC, PR, and that stuff, we'll be a little bit more flexible in what we can do. So we'll show you how we measure our time in the back and how we make money, and then that will give you guys an opportunity to say, okay, these are our margins here. Let's see how we can work together. So that's at a very high level what we're doing for you guys. You guys have a platform, you guys have a team. Take it, run with it. You have all of our full support, and from there, look, guys, the world is your oyster. We'll invite you out to our Veza Digital headquarters here in Belgrade, Serbia. Have a nice dinner at the beach. Enjoy. There's a little beach here. Have a nice dinner by the river. Enjoy the views and yeah, the good people here. So I'll take any questions. I have a couple questions that came in earlier through email, but if there's anyone live right now that has any questions, no one. All right, cool. So first question: how do payments work? Big topic. I'm sure you guys all want to know how you get paid, how we get paid, what the terms. So we request this, if there's a setup fee, we request a setup fee up front. This helps cover some of our costs. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too big, but it's a setup fee that we have. That setup fee is also split with you guys, and you guys can add your markup over there. So there's no problems with that. We take credit card, Visa, debit cards, wire transfers, PayPal. Our payment processor for this Stripe, but if you guys are based in the US, we do those ABH or whatever they're called, bank transfers, they're like instant same day things. In Canada, e-transfers, so it all depends like where you're at. Yeah, is there a cost to join the white label agency? No, there is zero cost. There is zero cost. I told you it's 80-20. We'll do everything to our point to help you get that sale. The only cost that we have is you guys are actually bringing business and not wasting anyone's time. Like that is the only cost that we have. So I hope that answers the questions. What is the expected turnaround time for a client? Another big question that came in. So typically, like in our own experience, it all ranges. Like we have clients that we did work for 2 months, depends on the size of the project, but usually we're looking at 30 days or less. The only guarantees we have is that, look, if there's some hiccups happening from your clients, they're bitching about something, or like the scope of work expands by 30%, which we've seen, that's usually not a problem. So within 30 days on average, it all depends. Like a PPC campaign, 90 pages, within a week you'll have something up and running. Website design, on top of marketing automation, and then like a PR campaign, you're looking at 30 to 45 days. Again, it's all relevant and it's variable depending on the scope of work and what we have to do for that client. What else? What languages do we speak? So we speak more.
English, obviously.
For sure, English.
You speak Serbian.
Serbian.
And surrounding regions, right?
Yeah.
Croatian, a little bit of Russian.
A little bit of Russian.
I speak Arabic.
Arabic, so I need to apply right now. You're an Arabic speaker. French? Jess, you speak French, right?
No.
Tu ne parles pas français, non? I think you do. You're shy. Okay, so what else do we have? Communications channel, I already answered that. We have Slack that we use to communicate and Trello to communicate. Oh, I got a good one for you guys. What type of clients should I go after? Guys, if you're gonna take anything from this presentation, it's 2 things. One, we're gonna provide you all the back-end support at a premium service for your clients. Number 2 is these are the exact kind of people you wanna go for. You do not wanna go for, first of all, I'll tell you what you do not wanna go for. You don't wanna go for one-man shows, startups with only 2 people working pro bono on just like an equity share. You want people who have money and people who want to grow their business, people who are proactive personality, who have realistic goals. For example, like I want to grow by 30% this year, not I want to grow by 300%. If someone is telling you they want to grow by 300%, chances are, once you say, okay, let's see how we can grow, they're going to want the cheapest way to do that. You do not want those people. I'm going to save you a lot of time, stress, and money. Don't go after those people. I'll tell you what you do want to go after. You want to go after companies that have a minimum revenue, a bare minimum revenue of $500,000 a year. That is the absolute bill. If they have a dollar less, do not work with them. For them, paying $60,000 a year is going to be like they'll literally lose sleep at night. Do not want to go after those clients. Go after the industries you guys can go after. So you want to basically go after the companies that want to digitize their business. So for example, if you know that there's a small business in your town or city where you have people that want to, they sell like an online product. Let's say they sell their own watches. They do nothing online, zero, but they do $1 million of sales per year just in their couple stores they have around the city. Okay, great. Your pitch to them is, hey, you know what? Like, there's such a big opportunity online right now for you to sell your watches on an e-commerce website like Shopify. It's super simple to use. You'll keep a lot of your margins. You'll reach a much bigger audience than what your little store will when just cars driving by or people walking by. So you want people that want to digitize their business and take their business to the next level. That is one. Number two, working with technology companies. You have a lot of founders from technology companies and teams that are very technical focused, but they lack business acumen, sales, and marketing skills. And really what you want to do is you want to position yourself as someone who understands their technical business and understands their frustrations and, hey, I have a really cool product. How the hell am I going to sell this? Who are my people that want this? How am I going to reach them? Your role there is to basically reach these startups and say, okay, look, me as a consultant, I can help you get your business out there and help you guys go to market with these services. There's a bunch over there. I think another big opportunity, aside from e-commerce and those kind of businesses, is if you guys go after different types of professional services, accountants and financial advisors, real estate brokerages, people that have basically the network effect. You have a broker or someone or managing partner on top, and you have several people at the bottom who rely on their needs in their business, right? These are the kind of people that are supporting other people, how we're supporting you guys, to do their work, right? So these are the people who are more forward thinking and saying, hey, you know what, technology is going to cut our sales processes. Doing PPC ads and demand generation campaigns is going to feed our business more leads. CRM is going to help organize everything, or organize all my people. Those are the kind of businesses you guys want to go after. So I hope I answered and give you guys some good insights on the type of people you want. Again, don't go after people that make less than $500,000. They're going to be a headache. They're going to be a bitch to work with, and avoid it like the plague. Don't go after those kind of people. Will the results be better than if you provided them yourself? I don't want to start with this. Okay. The reality is, you can do the service. You can go and if you close a client for $5,000, you went to the website. By all means, you can do that website. But you're going to be spending time on that website. You're going to be spending your time on actually doing high ROI activities like prospecting, sending emails, connecting on LinkedIn, and actually growing your sales pipeline and just offloading that work to us. We probably will do it better. I can guarantee it. Just look at our website, our clients' work that we've done. So yeah, you could do it by all means. If you want to offer a value-added service on top of ours, like you want to do the email marketing because we don't want to do it or we're too full to do it, go for it. You guys can provide your value-added services there. What's another good question? It's coming in.
You covered about most of them. I guess on taking it from here, setting up maybe people that are interested in what they can do and move forward.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things is ever since we announced this program, I've had a huge influx of emails coming to me, and it's all questions like, you guys do Facebook ads? We do. Listen, guys, we do all of it. It's just that, what does your client need? You know what I mean? And to find out what your client needs, guys, you have to understand what their business is, what their product is, and what their margins are. Those three things. Okay, and then once you realize that, you have to realize who their ideal client is and how you can sell it to their ideal client. And their ideal client, not everyone's on Facebook. Whoever tells you everyone's on Facebook is bullshitting you, because millennials are not on Facebook. They're on Instagram, they're on TikTok, they're on Twitter. You have to find the platform where your ideal client is, and you can leave that up to us to help you kind of research that message and craft that. Remember, you're not selling one-off tactics. You're selling a whole strategy. Okay, strategy, you can charge high ticket. Tactics, low ticket. Okay, tactics are more for those people who make $100,000 a year. You don't want that. You want people who want strategy to grow because you have a team that you can rely on to do that stuff. If you guys are interested in joining this program, it's seriously interested, you're not just gonna join and leave after 2 weeks and just be a hopper like that. Email myself, email Jamal, email Jessica. Can you post the emails in the chat?
Sure.
Just let them know.
Do it right now.
Do my email and your email.
Yeah.
Jamal's a little bit of a serious guy, so you really don't want to waste this time. So email me preferably I'll forward it to everyone in the chat. So yeah, just write it down, email me whatever at any time. Did everyone get the brochure? You sent the email for the brochure, right? I think some people mostly got the brochure. So you probably got the brochure today, cool. Oh, here's your question. Can we use your case studies and get a piece of content? Yes and no. If you're comfortable with some of our content actually mentioning Veza Digital, by all means use it. Some content we don't have that's branding towards Veza Digital, so you guys can use those case studies. Testimonials, you guys can use testimonials as well. But remember one thing, you don't want to lead a conversation or a dialogue with a prospective client with any sort of case studies or data piece of content, because people don't really care for that. That there is more for support. They're investing into you. They're not investing into a gated piece of content or an ebook. It doesn't matter. So really, you wanna have that as more supporting documentation, not the primary reason why you're going. Hey, client, here's this lead generation strategy you did for this guy. Do you want this? Don't do that. Don't be one of those pesky salesmen. You're providing value. You're a consultant. You're a partner. Whatever you want to position yourself as, you have to position yourself at their level. Someone who's providing value, and that is your ultimate goal in all this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna send everyone a deck after this. You can have like a presentation. And if you have any questions or you're interested in this program, just let us know in the chat right here. Cool. Did I cover everything? Any questions coming in?
No, we're good on questions. We covered quite a bit.
Quite a bit, right? Awesome.
Like you said, if they're interested, shoot us an email. We can
Yeah.
go from there. Right?
Cool. Maybe what we'll do is we'll start like because now it's only email conversation, like a Telegram. Is everyone here on Telegram? People should be on Telegram. Most people are on
A
Telegram.
lot of content.
Yeah. So maybe what we'll do is like a Telegram group before we invite you to the Slack channel. Slack channel is only reserved for those people who actually want to work with us. It's like where all of our work stuff happens. So we'll create a Telegram group. If you guys are interested, just put your phone numbers in the chat and or email us and we'll invite you guys over to the Telegram group. So no problem at all. Cool. So if that's all. I'll talk to everyone later. I look forward to your replies. And yeah, guys, let's make some really good things happen. Just remember, we're still early on through this white label program, so it's something we're going to build together. Appreciate any feedback that you have. Cool. Done.